Right now, we're going to get a check on some of the top business stories of the day with Anke Ola. Hi there.
Hi, Catherine.
And you're going to start us off today with a big deal in self-driving cars.
It's actually the biggest deal in the self-driving car industry. U.S. computer chip maker Intel bought the Israeli startup Mobileye for $15.3 billion. Mobileye makes vision-based safety systems, which are sensors that can help driverless cars detect obstacles on the road. Intel's been looking for ways to break out from the shrinking market of PC processors. It's already invested in drones, smartwatches, and virtual reality. This is the company's first foray into the automotive industry. Let's hear what Israeli journalist Israel Fisher thinks about the move.
Intel was looking for a way to go into the automotive industry, to the autonomous car industry, and she signed up a deal with BMW and Mobileye last year, but this is different. Now she's buying Mobileye. Now she's really putting her step into this industry and really trying to compete with companies like Google and Uber and the car giants like General Motors, Ford, and Volvo.
There we go, driverless car, apparently the future. Let's take a look at the markets now. It seems all eyes, pretty much wherever you are around the world, are on the Federal Reserve.
Yes, so by now everyone's expecting the Fed to raise interest rates again on Wednesday, and the markets are anticipating that decision. We can also see some uncertainty as investors are nervous about the outcome of the Dutch elections and the possible triggering of Article 50 for Brexit. In Asia, a short while ago, red across the board, except Seoul's Kospi, up more than 0.7%.
All right, let's bring things back here to Europe. And an interesting story now about Italy. Tax, not necessarily the most inspiring story. However, Italy has one that might inspire you. Anke, it seems that they have hatched a plan to attract wealthy foreigners.
Yeah, so they're throwing their hat in the ring in order to compete with other European countries for the wealthiest taxpayers. The country introduced a new flat rate tax of 100,000 euros that would apply to all foreigners who declare Italy as their residence. Andrew Hillier has more.
Portugal, Spain, Switzerland, Belgium, and the UK. All battling it out to convince Europe's wealthiest to take up residence for tax purposes. Now it's Italy's turn to enter the fray. For the first time this year, anyone who settles in Italy can choose to pay a flat tax rate of 100,000 euros, whatever their income. An additional 25,000 euros would also be added for each person in the same family. Authorities hope the new tax will convince the rich and famous Italians who reside abroad to come back, like actress Monica Bellucci living in Portugal, or football coach Fabio Capello, who calls Switzerland home.
This measure will attract thousands of wealthy taxpayers, but most importantly, this shows that our tax system is modern. That will also bring new investment to Italy.
The Italian government is also banking on the new measure to attract wealthy UK-based taxpayers looking to keep their fortunes inside the EU after Brexit. Italy will now slug it out with several other European states for the continent's richest. It means the hope of creating a unified tax regime across the EU is looking more like a distant dream.
Now for more business headlines from around the world. Toshiba is in trouble after missing its earnings deadline. The Japanese conglomerate saw shares drop more than 6% after asking for an extension on delivering its third quarter results. If its request for an extension is denied, the company could face delisting from the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Today is the day that Iceland finally rejoins international financial markets. The Nordic island is lifting capital controls erected after the 2009 banking collapse. On Monday, we saw the Icelandic krona drop as much as 3.6% in anticipation of the change. And $400 million are coming to the family of Donald Trump's son-in-law from China. Anbang Insurance Group bought a Manhattan building from Jared Kushner's family company for $4 billion, in a deal that saw the Kushners take away a significant cash payout. The deal could be investigated for potential conflicts of interest.
All right, one final story before we move on from business. Anke, we often talk about sort of wearable tech. It often looks quite a lot like wearable tech, let's put it nicely. But you've got a piece of smart outerwear that people are saying is actually quite stylish.
Yeah, so Google and Levi's have
Their new name.
finally unveiled their wearable tech denim jacket at the South by Southwest conference this week. It's based on their existing design for a commuter jacket, but with conductive fibers woven into the fabric that track your motion, acting like a touch screen. The jacket's marketed to urban bikers, so they no longer have to stare at a screen while looking up directions or changing their music. All it takes is a quick swipe on your left arm, as you can see right there. The jacket is set to go on sale for $350 later this year.
Very nifty, but I've got road safety concerns about that. We'll have to talk about that another time. Thanks very much, Onka Ula there with our business update.